Hello, boils and ghouls. It's your friend Tara and Tats, and I'm back with a different kind of video. Yeah, one thing that I do kind of miss that we used to have with the days of DVD and VHS and stuff like that is you would get these great collectible packages and everything else. And I mean, sure, they were big and bulky and they took up a lot of space, but you don't see that as much anymore. And I just kind of wanted to say, like, even though I know, like, yeah, now we got streaming, we got 4K, we got Blu Ray, things like this, and everything else. And I know a lot of people are like, well, who really gives a damn about DVD and all that kind of stuff, VHS? There are reasons why, you still should consider looking into some of these. And the one that I want to talk about today, if you ever come across this, if you're a fan of the movie The Wicker Man, The Wicker Man is a great movie from 1973. It's genuinely disturbing. It's a very well-made film. Stars Edward Woodward and Christopher Lee. Britt Eklund. Be still my heart. Ingrid Pitt. Oh, yes, definitely. Anyway, so the story is about an officer, Sergeant Neil Howie. He goes to the island of Summerisle, and he's looking for a young girl, Rowan Morrison, who went missing. And he's a very Christian cop. He's very uptight. He's very by the book and everything else. And he's very, very Christian. And he goes to this island, and he finds that the people on this island, they're very religious, but they believe in the old Celtic pagan religion. And one thing that ended up making the movie even more kind of like scary, I guess you could say, and more just like realistic, and is the fact that the filmmakers wanted to show the Celtic pagan religion kind of as is. They wanted to show it as truthful as possible and things like this. And this was one of the things. Like Christopher Lee ended up doing the movie for free, and he was just like, yeah, okay, that sounds interesting and all this. I really want to do this. It's like, we don't have enough money to pay you your fee. He was like, hell, I'll do it for free. And he did. He pretty much did the movie for free, just because he loved the project so much, and he really believed in it, and he thought it was good. And so, now Neil Howie, he's trying to, find Rowan Morrison, and just kind of things unravel, and things don't go. There are some twists and turns, and I'm not going to give it away in case you haven't seen it, but it's an amazing movie, and, it will leave you speechless. What's even more speechless is if you see the remake with Nicolas Cage. I mean, it will, yeah, you'll be stunned at how bad a movie can be. And that's sad, though, because, I like Nicolas Cage. I mean, I was just reading an article talking about, Willy's Wonderland is one of the worst movies that came out this year. I watched Willy's Wonderland. It's awesome. And Nicolas Cage is awesome in it. Yeah, he's, kind of kooky and weird like he usually is, but you know what? It doesn't matter. If you get a chance, if you haven't seen Willy's Wonderland, check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a really good, fun ride of a movie. But anyway, what I really wanted to talk about is I was lucky enough to find this edition of The Wicker Man, and I only paid $15 for this. And yes, it's DVD, but it comes in this beautiful wooden case, and you open it up. You got to be careful though; it's a little bit flimsily put together. But as you can see there's whoa, well, we lost that, didn't we? But anyway, you got the insert there. But what you have here is one of the biggest reasons why, if you come across this is why you should buy it. Okay. Now, this is a 2-disc set. These are both DVDs. Now, you see here, you see clearly it says theatrical version, okay? And what you see there, does it say extended? Yes, extended version of The Wicker Man, okay? And there's a very specific reason why you should buy this if you come across it in the wild. And the reason being is because there have been numerous cuts of The Wicker Man. And for those of you who don't know, what ended up happening was the movie, I believe, the original length was like 103 minutes long. And what ended up happening was, they were trying to take the movie around, trying to sell it. And, like the British film distributors really didn't want to handle it. At one point, they took it to Roger Corman to try to see if he would sell it. But he wanted to, but he was having trouble trying to, figure out the rights and everything, get to where he could sell it. And what ended up happening was they took a lot of film reels, and they took the original film reel of The Wicker Man, and they buried it underground. And then they put a road on top of it. There's like a a street, a road, like a highway, that's basically now kind of like covering all these, lost films, lost British films and stuff. And The Wicker Man, the original cut, was one of them. And so they chopped it down. The distributor, what they did was they chopped the movie down to about 88 minutes, and they put it out in theaters. But still, the result, everybody's like, that's not the real film and all this. And so over time, they were trying to see if they can find, a copy of the film, the 103-minute version. And the closest they could find was the version that they gave to Roger Corman, who leased it back to them. And what you got here is, it's not the 103-minute version, but what you have here is a 99-minute version. And, now the movie did come out on Blu Ray a few years ago. It's called The Wicker Man, the final cut. But the movie, about even 5 more minutes of the movie is missing. So it's down to 94 minutes. So you got the theatrical version at 88 minutes. Okay, that's usually the one that everybody knows, the 88-minute version. You have the Blu Ray, the final cut, which runs at 94 minutes. But if you have this, it runs at 99 minutes. So this is probably about the most, extended, longest version of the movie you're going to get. And that's the problem. I mean, I think honestly with, the final cut being put on Blu Ray, I think it's fair to say this 99-minute version, we're never going to see that on Blu Ray. We're never going to see that on, 4K or anything like that. I think, all we're going to get is either the final cut or we'll get the theatrical cut. And that's really sad. And if you're a fan of this movie, like I am, and I would just say, if you can find it, if you're out and about and you see this, pick it up. If you can get it for a good, reasonable price, pick this up. Okay, yeah, it's a beautiful, wooden box and everything. And it says here, you got, like disc 1 as the theatrical version. Let's see here, widescreen presentation, 185, enhanced for 16:9 TVs. The Wicker Man Enigma, featuring interviews with stars Edward Woodward, Christopher Lee, and Ingrid Pitt. Director Robin Hardy, producer Peter Snell, writer Anthony Schaefer, editor Eric Boyd Perkins, art director Seamus Flannery, assistant director Jake Wright, U.S. distributor John Simon, and filmmaker Roger Corman. Theatrical trailer, TV spot, radio spots, talent bios, and then on the extended version, you have widescreen presentation enhanced for 16:9 TVs, and 11 minutes of additional footage rarely seen. So, yeah. So I would definitely say, if you get a chance, if you can find this, this is a treasure, a horror movie treasure. If you can go out and about and you find this in the wild and you see it for a good price, if you're a fan of this movie, definitely get this. Okay. I'm not saying don't get the Blu Ray, but I would definitely say if you just come across like the standard theatrical 88-minute DVD, skip that. If you can find this, I mean, if you're satisfied with the Blu Ray, that's fine. No big deal. But I would just say if you want the most complete version of The Wicker Man, this is going to be your best bet. So anyway, yeah. I think I might call this like, hidden treasures, things like this, like reasons why, you might still want to stick with some DVDs. And this is why, and that's the thing, when you find out like versions of these movies, like some of these extended director's cuts and stuff, they're only available on DVD. Hell, like, a good example, Sling Blade, it's on Blu Ray, but it's just the theatrical cut. And what I have on DVD is the 2.5-hour version. So anyway, so that's going to pretty much wrap it up. I know this video went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but yeah, if you do come across this in the wild, and if you are a fan of The Wicker Man, and even if you just want to watch it for the first time and you want the most complete version of it, yeah, if you can find this and get it for a good price, get it, pick it up, own this. So that's going to do it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a like. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to have a lot more fun videos for you to watch and more content coming. So take care and see you later, boils and ghouls. Bye-bye.